and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name's Alex and I post creative videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so make sure you're subscribed and you put that notification bell on so you are notified every time that I post. For today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be playing with the NYX I Heart Revolution palette, which is in my I Heart Revolution eyeshadow palette series. Today we're going to be playing with the Salted Caramel palette. Now this one has actually been in the range for a very long time. This one just come in the Chocolate Vault at Christmas, so that's the reason that I do have this palette. The thing is with this palette is that it's in their like old packaging, and by old packaging I mean they have the plastic sheet with the names on, and the palette looks like this, where it has the two like long pans and no shade names on the palette, and I actually prefer the new packaging over that. So I was hoping that they'd revamp all their old packaging and do it as if all the shade names on there, but obviously they're not going to do that. So as I said, this is the Salted Caramel palette. I forgot it even though I just said it like 5 seconds ago. And this is cruelty-free vegan. This again is what the palette looks like. These are the colours we're going to be dealing with today. It's a very basic neutral palette with this pop of like green, and there's also that pop of pink in there as well. So we're going to be doing a neutral look today. Sorry, it's another like neutrally one, but the last palette in this series that I've got at the minute is the one with the blue packaging, and that's got a lot of blue shimmer and stuff, so get excited for that one. But for today, for people who love their neutral looks, this palette would be absolutely perfect. All the I Heart Revolution palettes retail for £9 each, which is an absolute bargain. I absolutely love all of their packaging, where it's like the chocolate bar or the drips, and they've all got their own sort of colour schemes. It's really good. I love the packaging. So I'm going to do a few swatches just to give you a bit of a feel of what the shades look like on the skin, and then we'll dive into the actual eye look. So these are 5 of the shades swatch. As you can see, that blue is very pigmented, so are the mattes. However, that pink shade, I don't know if you can see, but it's very sheer and it has hardly any pigment in it. The shimmers do seem really hardly pressed, and the mattes are so pigmented, but they do have a lot of fallout. But I mean, if it means it's going to be pigmented, then I don't care. So yeah, those are 5 of the shade swatch. That blue was really good, so the mattes. Just that pink shade was a bit disappointing. So now we're going to actually dive into the eye look. As I said, it's going to be a very neutral look, so this is for you guys and gals that like an everyday makeup look. Easy, simple, not too complicated. We're going to do a spotlight eye, a halo eye, whatever you call them, just because I just find them the best way to sort of test the mattes and the shimmers. I've said that before, but I'm just repeating it. If this is the first video you've ever seen, hello, by the way, I'm Alex. I hope you stay and subscribe. So yeah, let's just dive into the look now. I'm going to use the sheet to tell you what shades I am indeed using, but I'm going to zoom you in first. So firstly, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Sweet, and I'm going to put that, you guessed it, in my crease. I'm now going to take a bit of that Heavenly shade, and I'm just going to blend just where I've put that shade, just above the crease, just to blend it in slightly. Okay, so now we're going to deepen that crease up, and I'm going to put, hang on, I don't know the name of the shade. I'm going to put this shade here, which is called Candy. It doesn't really look like candy, but hey ho. And I'm going to deepen the crease up even more. just going to take a blending brush and blend those outer lines just to make it look seamless. I'm now going to take this shade here, which is Drizzle, and I'm going to put that on my inner and outer corners. And then with a flat brush, where we've left that gap in with our lid, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Yum. And I am going to wet it, just because I've learned with these palettes that you do need to wet them to get full pigmentation. And then I'm going back in with that candy shade, and where the shimmer and the matte meet, I'm just going to go over the line a little bit, just to blend in a little bit more. Just to make it look a bit seamless. And then it really makes the middle of your lid stand out. And then I'm going to take that blue shade, which is called Church, and I'm going to put it on my lower lash line. And I'm gonna go back in with my original brush and just buff out that blue, just so it doesn't look too harsh. And now I am going to take some of that pink shade, which is called Cake, and I'm going to put that on my inner corners and brow bone just to see if it does anything. Okay, so I've just done the eyeshadow. I'm just going to go put some mascara on, and I'll be right back because I have a few final thoughts. Right, so I'm back. I've just put mascara on. I applied, as always, Revolution the mascara, and this is the finished look. Right guys, so the Salted Caramel I Heart Revolution palette is okay. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing, and I've definitely tried better ones of their palettes. Straight off the bat I can already say, if you like a neutral, basic, everyday palette, I would go for the S'mores palette over this, or the nude. I haven't got the nudes, but it just looks better, and if it's the same new formula as the S'mores, then it's going to be good. Yeah, I definitely prefer the S'mores palette over this, which again is a neutral shade, but just everything's just so much better. The formula's not too bad. That pink, I don't know if you can even see, but there's like a few pink specks in my inner corner and brow bone, and it's more like a pressed glitter, but like a really badly pressed glitter. Like there's like hardly anything there. The mattes actually were really nice. I mean, they're very pigmented. You can see them in my eyes. They blended out really lovely. Just that pink shade was disappointing. Just to me, this palette just doesn't call my name, doesn't inspire me, which is not the palette's fault, but I just instantly prefer the S'mores palette. So this is what the S'mores palette looks like, and as you can see, it has way more browns, neutrals, more better shimmers in there. It has gold, an icy white colour, and more like nudie sort of shimmer. So this to me is just a much better neutral nude sort of palette. This wasn't awful. Would I go and buy this? No, I would buy the S'mores palette 100% over this one. Don't think this is worth the £9, even though £9 is really cheap anyway. I would rather spend the extra pound and get like a brand, like a collab palette or something like that. And I would rather go out and buy the S'mores palette. So I don't think this is worth the £9. It sort of just depends on your taste really. The formula I just don't think is their best. I think their newer palettes with the new packaging have a way better formula than that one does. So it's not awful. I mean, you can see the pigment is there, like it's not horrendous. It's just not my favourite of the I Heart Revolution palettes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry, this is not one of the ones where I'm like, as always, like I love it, like it's the best, blah blah blah, formula's amazing. It's just not awful, it just wasn't amazing and didn't like blow me away like the other palettes did. So that's pretty much it for this video. Sorry that it ended on a bit of a like downer, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you did, give it a massive thumbs up. Let me know down below if you want me to do any more after my next one, because after my next palette, that is literally it. I have the blue one left, which I think is the meringue. Is it the blue meringue or something? I can't remember. So I have that palette left, and then after that I have no more left. So let me know if you want me to try out that new chocolate cherry, or if you want me to try like the violet, galactic, any of the other ones like chocolate orange. Let me know down below if you want me to test any more out for you, so I can do that for you if you want me to. Other than that, I know I've done a lot of eyeshadow palette videos recently. I do apologise for that, but it's just everything's coming out at the same time, and I want to get my hands on the new Kami palette from Revolution and the new Rachel Leary, like the bigger one, because I want to do a video on that. So do apologise for the mini eyeshadow palette series videos, but it's what I enjoy doing, so I hope you do too. If you haven't subscribed, please do down below. Turn the notification bell on so you're notified every time that I upload, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!